Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the types of respiration. Today, we will take up the respiratory substrates. In respiration, we have seen many types of high energy compounds are broken, that is oxidized to yield energy required for cellular work. Such substances are called respiratory substrates. The substances which are broken during respiration to yield energy. The substances which are broken or oxidized during respiration to yield energy required for cellular work are called respiratory substrates. The substances are the high energy compounds which are broken or oxidized to yield energy required for cellular work are called respiratory substrates. And these substrates may include carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and organic acids. These organic substances, they are of generally four types: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and organic acids. The most common respiratory substrate is a carbohydrate, that is glucose. The most common respiratory substrate is glucose. And when sugars exhaust, fats are used as respiratory substrates. And in the absence of carbohydrates and fats, proteins also serve as respiratory substrates. And what we can say, generally carbohydrates, that is glucose, is used as a respiratory substrate, but when there is deficiency of carbohydrates, when the sugars exhaust, fats are used as respiratory substrates. And in the absence of carbohydrates and fats, proteins also serve as respiratory substrates. And sometimes even organic acids are also used as respiratory substrates. And Blackman considers termed the respiratory oxidation of carbohydrates and fats as floating respiration, and that of proteins as protoplasmic respiration. And on the basis of type of respiratory substrate taking part in oxidation or respiration, we have two types of respiration, that is floating respiration and protoplasmic respiration. If respiratory substrate is a carbohydrate or a fat, such a type of respiration is called floating respiration. And if it is a protoplasmic protein, proteins constitute a major part of the protoplasm, which is about 60 to 70% of the living organism. If a respiratory substrate is a protein, such a type of respiration is called protoplasmic respiration. And now we have seen respiratory substrates. The substances or the organic compounds or the high energy compounds which are broken or oxidized during respiration to yield energy required for the cellular work by an organism are called respiratory substrates. The respiratory substrates include carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and organic acids. The most common respiratory substrate is glucose. When sugars exhaust fats are used as respiratory substrates, and in the absence of carbohydrates and fats, proteins also serve as respiration. Blackman termed the respiratory oxidation of carbohydrates and fats as floating respiration, and that of protoplasmic proteins as protoplasmic respiration. This is all about the respiratory substrates. Now, respiratory coefficient. Respiratory coefficient, which is denoted by RQ, and it is also known as respiration ratio. Respiration ratio. During aerobic respiration, we see oxygen is consumed and carbon dioxide is released. And during aerobic respiration, we see oxygen is consumed and carbon dioxide is released. Oxygen is consumed and carbon dioxide is released. That is, there is intake of oxygen and uptake of or release of carbon dioxide. The ratio of carbon dioxide produced, the ratio of carbon dioxide produced, and the ratio of volume of carbon dioxide produced to the ratio of oxygen, to the ratio of volume of oxygen consumed in respiration over a period of time by a unit tissue or organ or organism is called respiratory coefficient. The RQ is equal to volume of carbon dioxide evolved or liberated or produced to the volume of oxygen absorbed or consumed or used. And the ratio of volume of carbon dioxide evolved or liberated to the volume of oxygen absorbed or consumed is called a respiratory coefficient. And the respiratory coefficient is called volume of carbon dioxide evolved or liberated to the volume of oxygen consumed. That is carbon dioxide beta oxygen. Based on the respiratory substrate used, respiratory coefficient varies. And based on the type of respiratory substrate, which respiratory substrate is used for respiration, whether it is carbohydrate, protein, fat, lipid, organic acid, etc. This respiratory coefficient varies from 0 to infinity. Respiratory coefficient varies from 0 to infinity. First, we will take respiratory coefficient equal to unity. That is respiratory coefficient is equal to 1. Respiratory coefficient equal to 1 or unity. The respiratory coefficient for carbohydrates is 1. When carbohydrates are respiratory substrates, the respiratory coefficient is 1 because same number of carbon dioxide molecules and oxygen molecules evolved and consumed. Because the number of carbon dioxide molecules evolved is 6 and the number of oxygen molecules used is also 6. So its ratio is 1, that is unity. When carbohydrates are used as respiratory substrates, respiratory coefficient is equal to 1 because the same number of carbon dioxide molecules and oxygen molecules are evolved and consumed. That means in case of carbohydrates, respiratory coefficient is equal to 1. Now RQ less than 1. When proteins and fats are used as respiratory substrates, respiratory coefficient is less than 1. It is less than 1. For example, for fats, respiratory coefficient is equal to 0.7, and for proteins respiratory coefficient is equal to 0.9. Both are less than 1. And in case of fats, respiratory coefficient is equal to 7, and in case of proteins, respiratory coefficient is equal to 0.9. The respiratory coefficient of fats is less than 1 because fats contain less oxygen than carbohydrates. And the respiratory coefficient of fats is less than 1 because fats contain less oxygen than carbohydrates. Because fatten mans hasa asa less oxygen than carbohydrates. Less oxygen than carbohydrates. Therefore, they need greater amount of oxygen for oxidation. इसलिए तमन आसा ज़्यादा oxygen ज़रूरत oxidation खतर with the result the number of carbon dioxide molecules evolved is less than the number of oxygen molecules consumed. That is why respiratory coefficient is less than 1. Now respiratory coefficient more than 1. Respiratory coefficient is more than 1 when organic acids are used as respiratory substrates. And when organic acid used as a respiratory substrate, the respiratory coefficient is more than 1. We call it as infinity. Under aerobic condition, it is because they contain more oxygen than carbohydrates. Aman hasach asa oxygen zyada carbohydrates than carbohydrates. That means the number of carbon dioxide molecules, volume of carbon dioxide molecules evolved is always more than the number of oxygen molecules consumed. For example, in case of malic acid, 4 carbon dioxide molecules are evolved, whereas only 3 oxygen molecules are consumed. That is, the ratio of this respiratory coefficient is 1.3. Similarly, in case of oxaloacetic acid or oxalic acid, the number of carbon dioxide molecules evolved is equal to 4, whereas the number of oxygen molecules consumed is equal to only 1. That is the ratio or respiratory coefficient. It is equal to 1. It is equal to 4. That is more than 1. This is in case of organic acids. Now the last one, that is respiratory coefficient equal to respiratory coefficient equal to 0. Respiratory coefficient is equal to 0. In succulent plants, oxygen is consumed, but carbon dioxide is not evolved. And in succulent plants, we see oxygen is consumed, but carbon dioxide is not evolved. Hence, respiratory coefficient is equal to 0. Because succulents do not evolve carbon dioxide during night when their stomata are open. As the same is used in carbon fixation, they also change carbohydrates to organic acids, which utilize oxygen but do not evolve carbon dioxide. That is, carbon dioxide evolved is equal to 0, whereas carbon dioxide consumed is more than 1, and that means the ratio is always equal to 0. Let us now take the last type, that is respiratory coefficient is equal to infinity. In anaerobic respiration or fermentation, respiratory coefficient is infinity because carbon dioxide is evolved, but no oxygen is consumed. That is why the respiratory coefficient is infinity. Because here only carbon dioxide is evolved and oxygen is not consumed. That is, we can say that in case of anaerobic respiration, respiratory coefficient is infinity. Now let us repeat. Respiratory coefficient is the volume of carbon dioxide evolved or liberated to the volume of oxygen absorbed, consumed, is called respiratory coefficient. Now based on the respiratory substrate used, respiratory coefficient varies from 0 to infinity. Number 1, respiratory coefficient is equal to 1 in case of carbohydrates. Respiratory coefficient is less than 1 in case of proteins and fats. Respiratory coefficient is more than 1 in case of organic acids. Respiratory coefficient is equal to 0 in case of succulent plants, and respiratory coefficient is infinity in case of anaerobic respiration. This is all about respiratory coefficients. Thank you.